Right. Well, good morning, and apologies that I have been a bit delayed because just having problems with my link and getting it to come through onto the so that I could go live. Let's just hope I haven't just cut that off. No, I think we're okay. Right, okay, so this morning what I thought we would have a bit of a play with is the kit that you get with the Chopped Challenge. Sorry, let's just come back to my camera just there. So every month, beginning of May, I have been offering you the Chopped Challenge. So what is the Chopped Challenge? I thought I'd come on and explain it a little bit more detail, show you the kit that the ladies got in June that they have just been creating with, and we'll have a bit of a play. Morning, Jackie. Do come on and say hello. Hi, Glenda. Do let me know if there's any glitches. I can hear a feedback from my phone. I hope that isn't too much coming through on your end. I really need to have a look at that and find out why that is. But as I say, we're going to have a little look at the Chopped Challenge. Now, the Chopped Challenge is available to everybody, whether you are in Canada, whether you are in Australia, whether you are in the US, or whether you are here in the UK. There are 4 demonstrators around the world that are involved in this, and you can get in touch with the one that is suitable for your market, wherever you are. I do look see if I've got a halo, and I think it's the sun coming through the window. Hopefully that will disappear, Jackie, when we go down to my front camera. I think that's the light coming through the back window. And I was having to play with it the other day to see if I could get rid of it. I need a blind, really. We'll work on that one. So let's come down to my down facing camera and see if that is a little bit better in terms of picture. So just to take a minute to come through, and it is going to be the wrong way round. That is a complete pain, isn't it? Let's turn it round that way and we'll work with what we've got. That's okay. So I hope it went too well on Monday. Bound to be some glitches today. So the Chopped Challenge. So what you get in your kit for Chopped Challenge is probably a couple of pieces of A5 card. And for this last month that's just gone, the kit will change month by month, but this last month just gone, they got 2 A5 pieces of card. One was Night of Navy and one was Smoky Slate, like that. They had a little label that was punched out with the, is it Label Me Lovely punch? I need to look that one up. Most of my punches have got names on. This one, of course, hasn't. But it's the punch that's got like the slots in the side. So you've got a slot that side and a little dot that side that you can add in to your labels as well. So you would have had one of those as a little punch. You'd have had a 4x4 piece of this Beauty of the Earth paper. And so one side is these lovely sort of leafy prints, and if you flick it over, you've got this sort of gradiented blue, so it looks a bit like the sky. Then you'd have had 3, I've not taken 3 off, but you'd have had 3 of the little silver metallic pearls, and 8 inches of great granite ribbon. So that's what would have come in your kit, along with your little set of instructions. And with your kit, morning, Lee, are we still a bit fuzzy, or is that a bit better now that I've gone down to a downward facing camera? It is going to be trial and error, but we will get there, and we will get slick as time goes on, I'm sure. This is only our second go going live in 2 places at once. So this would be your kit that you get. So with your kit, you can then add in any other of your current Stampin' Up supplies. So you can use what stamps you like, what dies you like, if you've got, you know, other ribbons, other embellishments, all of those sorts of things, you can use them with your kit. So I thought we'd have a go at, so I've now got the equivalent of 2 kits going on here. I thought we would have a go and make a couple of cards with the Chopped Challenge. So as I say, this is the June one, so I'm not spoiling it for anybody because the date has come for them to put their photos in. So how the Chopped Challenge works is between the 1st and the 6th of the month, you book your place. And you can book it on a recurring basis if you want. If you want to say, and I've got a couple of ladies that have just put me down for every month, we can organise that. Or you can go month by month. So you book your place at the beginning of the month, and then I get the kits ready, get them sent out to you, deliver them to you wherever it is that you happen to be in the UK. And then you have until the 24th of, once you've received your kit, you have until the 24th of the month to send me a picture, a photograph of your finished product, your finished project. And it could be a card, it could be a scrapbook page, it could be a 3D item, it can be any of those things. So you send that picture to me, I upload your picture to the gallery. At the end of the month, the gallery gets opened for everybody to vote. They vote for their favourite project, and the winner gets to choose the coloured card for the next month, and they also get free entry the next month, and of course the glory, which is very important. So let's take pile number 1 and have a little look at this card and what we're going to do with it. So I thought, for this one, let's take the smoky slate piece of A5 and let's score that in half. Obviously, that is the one thing that will differ. If you are here in the UK or you're in Australia, you will get half a piece of A4 card. If you are in the States, you'll get half a piece of letter size, because that will make up, you know, the cards for, that's the sizings that you're used to working with. I'm going to take this piece of Night of Navy and I'm going to make that into a mat for the front, I think. Let's come 10 by 14.4, so whatever your front size mat is. Haven't yet decided whether I'm going to have it coming that way or that way. We'll decide in a minute. I think for this particular one, I'm going to use some of this blue paper coming that way, or it might be that way, depending on how I decide to go with the card. I did, because I had a sort of bit of a thought process going on, I thought I would hunt through here and find the white stamp set. Thought to get the Mountain Air stamp set out. I'm going to need some white card. This is going to be there may well be a bit of wandering around while I gather bits up. So I'm going to cut this in half. I'm sure we'll be coming back to that. And I'll cut it. So I've got a quarter of a piece just there to play with. Move that trim out of the way. And we'll come in with Night of Navy, I think. And let's find a block. I did clean all my blocks up, so after having a very pink block the other day, I've cleaned them all up and I've added labels for all the letters. So let's bring in a mountain, and I might also bring in these sort of trees. We'll see. So we'll start with this mountain one. It's got a bit of a sequin going on in the back there. Let's get rid of that. The sequin's coming back to haunt us. Okay. And we'll take out our big eye block. And we'll want the eye block for that one as well. So let's ink up our mountain range. We'll give that a stamp. We've got a beautiful Night of Navy mountain range. And bring in my stamping scrub, give that a spritz. Clean that up. And let's bring in this sort of trees and foreground piece. And sticking with our colours, let's go smoky slate. Shut those up. Let's find the dies for these. And we have the mountain dies, and then we have an outline die for this one, just to cut the top piece, and we'll need to trim the bottom piece as we want it. So I will just run those through the stamping and emboss machine. It's just here beside me. Keep thinking I've got there and then wiggling it. And there's our mountains. I'm just going to pull that top bit off. There's a very odd looking mountain range piece. Let's go back and trim that a bit, we'll see. And then we've got our mountains and our trees in front. I'm going to trim this so that it is, I think I'll go, let's go 9.5. I might trim it again, we'll see. We're going to have these coming across here. I want them to be a little bit wider than our paper at the back. I think we'll trim that there. that there. And then the same with this. Let's line that up behind there. Snip that off there. And that off there. Right. Down just slightly. I'm take my sky. And put that on there centrally. And then the mountain range. And have that coming up about there. Yeah, so I obviously need to get a bit of a blind or something behind me so that you're not getting that sunny haze. To put some dimensionals on the back here, just to raise that up across the top of the mountains. We need it so that we can't see the blue underneath. That's lined up like that. I think we'll have a piece of grey granite ribbon coming around there. And just grab some tape. I'm going to have that lining across the bottom of that basic white piece there. Stick that to the back. We've got a little label just here. Might also come back to the stamp set. They are very definitely playing as we go here. I've got a little stamp that's got some birds on. Let's add some of those in the sky. And we'll come in with Misty Moonlight because that's the other colour we've got here. Let's stamp some misty moonlight trees. Grab the H block this time. That will sit on there quite nicely. Hopefully they will fit on there. Beautiful. And then let's take that other little tree. And I think this one we will... Oh, that hasn't got a lot of ink on the middle there. Let's try that again. Aha. There's a bit of fluff on it. It just wasn't visible. I thought that was a bit odd. Let's try that once more with feeling, shall we? Going to swing that bit of card round. That's a bit better. So I've done a bit of second generational stamping there. I cut that off there, and we've got that one that way and that one that way, because we have dies for that as well. Just die cut those. I think you do officially get blue spruce, don't you? I'm not quite sure that they're this blue. But all creative license. Those up in a second. Right, let's bring our card back in. Hi Angie. I haven't got a pet bird, Glenda, no. The washing machine is on. I'll have to make sure that that doesn't happen on another week. I have to say I didn't put it on, but we do get a lot of birds. I have got a bird table sort of pretty well outside the window. So whether it is the washing machine or the birds in the garden, I'm not sure. I'm going to take just a little blob of glue underneath here. Got quite a lot of sparrows in the garden, and they do sort of twitter away quite a lot. And there was a blackbird. In fact, I think that might be the blackbird sitting on the roof yesterday. Right, so there's a couple of those trees. That's just nice in the foreground. I think I'm going to grab that punch. And a bit of white card. So I'll do a white punch. And then we'll explode this punch. So you can see that you can use the bits as you like. You don't have to use all of them either if you don't want to. We are heading in the direction of using them all. We've got a nice greeting on there. Nice happy birthday. Just put that tree off there for a moment. I'm done with my glue. There it is. I'll pop a bit of glue each end. Oh, I've obviously got an inky finger just there. A couple of dimensionals on the back of there. Of these little silver pearls. Let's add some of those along the top of our mountain range, and then we'll just bring in our card front, and I think I'll raise that up on some dimensionals as well. That'd be good, and put my backs in the bin, not on the floor. Oh, let's put it the right way around. Don't want the mountains upside down after all of that. We'll of course need an insert to go inside of there. Yeah, Night of Navy card base. Let's bring my mountains back. Oh, the right way. Obviously these, well, it's not a right way or a wrong way with this stamp set, because it is one of the stamp sets that I could have turned over and used the back to create the shadow effect. It is a reversibles, but we didn't on this occasion. We'll just have a little bit of a mountain range coming along the bottom there. Stick that inside. In fact, let's add a few little birds in for good measure. And obviously you could do a similar thing on your envelope. Oh, it's not a Night of Navy card base, is it? It's smoky slate, but it still needs an insert. So there we go. There's one little card using the ingredients from the Chopped Challenge. Now I have no idea what colours or papers or anything are going to be involved next month yet. We obviously have to wait for our winner to decide on their colours, and from there we'll decide what papers and extras to add in with it, die cuts, punches. But it's really nice. It's a nice nice way to stretch your creativity, because, you know, like I'm doing, you're having to stand there and go, right, okay, I've got these bits, what am I going to do with them? I'll leave these colours out. Chances are we might come back to those. Let's find my stamping scrub and just clean up these stamps and blocks, because I'm pretty sure we'll be coming back with different stamps and things in a minute. mountain range. And little birds. Little birds sit on my window. That's a song. Cue for a song. Obviously, they're sitting on my window tweeting. Tree, double tree, single tree, little birds. Could have added in some clouds, but we didn't. Okay, let's have a think about a second card using, let's start at the very beginning, very good place to start, with a A5 piece or half a piece of Night of Navy, half a piece of smoky slate, 4x4 inch piece of paper, ribbon, tag, little metallic pearls, slurp of water. Right, this time the other thing I've grabbed is some stitched leaves, because I do love this leaf print. I think we'll do something with that leaf print. So perhaps this time we'll have a Night of Navy background. Of course, you can add in any colour cardstock and things that you want to. So, you know, if you want to add in more of the blue or more of the grey, you can do. I'm thinking to grab a bone folder. Pull this back on itself. And we'll have a sort of a zigzaggy card. I'm going to use this as a panel on the front. I'm obviously going to need to cut it down. I'll go for 3-inch square. I think even 3-inch is a little too big. I'm going to come 2.5. I'm going to hang on to these bits because there might be something I can do with those. So you haven't got to use your paper at full size. You can trim it down. You could die cut something from it. Whatever you like. That's better. I'm going to come in with some smoky slate. I'm going to cut this to 2 3/4 inches square. Make that a little mat for that. I think take that down a bit smaller. And then we've got a bit of a wider border either side. So I made that 9.5 in there. But I kept it at 14.4. What I might do is just take a little bit of Night of Navy, so this would be out of your stash, and just going to make it 1/8 of an inch bigger, so that will be 2 7/8. So it just is a bit of a narrow border. Still fits within the width of the card. It just gives a bit of pop of blue underneath there. You can decide we might not use the label at all. We will see how we go. I've got these leaves here. I take this dotty die just here and run that down the edge there, just to give that side piece a little bit of detail. Sort of all that stitch detail down the side there. Then and I cut a few leaves. So in the colours that we've got in the background there, we have got a bit of misty moonlight, some cinnamon cider. I think there's a bit of Cajun craze going on there. Let's have a look. Let's cut ourselves some leaves. So I think we'll have one of these. I might even have a couple of these ones. Anything a bit stitched, with that stitched leaf. So obviously the paper that we're using comes from the Beauty of the Earth suite. So we could have gone straight to that suite, and you know, that would no doubt have worked beautifully. But that's not going to quite stretch our imagination in the same way. We've got a couple of those. Let's have a couple of these little ones. I'll perhaps do that in the Cajun craze. A couple of little tiny ones in Cajun craze. These stitch leaves are so lovely. There's one. Got to look this week at a PDF for the August to December catalogue, so obviously all things Christmassy. There is some stitching going on in there as well. And then I think we will come in with a bit of Misty Moonlight. And ooh, what leaf to have? I'll do that one. And this one is going the other way, so it's at the same shape. Didn't quite make it without nudging it. So wherever you are, you can join in with this chop challenge. If you are in Australia, as I know some of you are, the lady you need to get in touch with is Donna Gray. If you are in the US, you need to get in touch with Lisa Hardin. It is Jen in Canada. I'll add sort of links and things. Jen Houston in Canada, and then I'm here in the UK. But that's really lovely because it means that you get to sort of be challenged alongside people from other parts of the world where they might have sort of different styles. There is definitely different styles in different parts of the world as to what sort of cards. I mean, obviously every individual has a different style, but you do find that there are different styles around the world as well. Right, let's put this bit in this back panel just here. Move up a little squidge. Put our panel on here. That made a bit of gluey mess. And to put some dimensionals on one half of this diamond. Well, it's a square, but we're going to use it in a diamond orientation. And if we line up the points with our fold about there, and then we have some leaves that I think we'll tuck underneath. I'm going to chop the stalks off. blue coming out there. Looking for my bit of ribbon. So again, I think we will stamp onto a bit of white that we've punched out. Use that punch again. And I thought of you today fit on there. I thought of you today. I'm going to snip across there. Needing my big scissors really. And then I will stick that onto there, so that just gives that a bit of a top and bottom. And have a bit of a swirl going on behind there. This isn't my normal tear and tape, it's a bit wider, but it will work for the minute. Bring that across, swirl it back. Just trim the end of that ribbon. And we'll add that on with some dimensionals. And somewhere we should have some metallic pearls. Where have they gone? Oh, sorry, I'm beating you up. I just sent you slightly doolally. Well, if I could find my pearls, I'd put 3 pearls on there. They could well be staring at me. But if they are, I'm not sure where. Oh, just here, look. They are absolutely staring at me. I'll just add 3 of those on there. Really cute, these little metallic pearls. Obviously come in silver and gold. And you just need to put, oh, we haven't stuck these in, have we? We'd need to put a little strip of white inside. Let's just put a bit of glue on here and build these up. Can't exactly pop them in the post if they're not glued down. Swap the side that's on and have this blue coming down there. You've got that nice little dotty detail on this side. You've got your leaves there that are picking up the colours from that paper. Put in our swirl of ribbon, we've put in our pearls, we've added our label. I'd say the only thing really that we would need to add in there is a bit of a strip of white that would need to be 5 1/4, about 4 3/4-ish centimeters wide. And we'll pop that on the inside there, and then you've got somewhere to write your little message or greeting. So there we are, the chopped challenge. I took that little kit. It was identical to the kits that anybody that signed up for the chopped challenge this month would have received. I just used it to create another card, and as I say, the next chopped challenge begins on July. What month are we in? Where is the year going? It will begin to, you can sign up from July the 1st. Well, you can let me know now, that's fine. I can add you to the list. I have a couple of people on the list, and you will receive a kit not identical to that. It will be different colors, different papers, different bits and pieces, but that's the idea. You take it, you play with the bits that you've already got in your craft room, create something beautiful, and then send me a picture of your finished project to be loaded up to the gallery. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope that's helped to explain a little bit better what the chopped challenge is all about. Let's come back over here, if I can find the cursor on my mouse. There we are. I still have a halo. I'll have to work on that. I'll have to work on finding a way of blocking the sun out that side, isn't it? From just through there, that gives it that sort of halo-y look. And it's about dropping the camera. Yeah, just about moving it so that it's not quite so fuzzy. But thank you for joining me today. I will be back on Monday. I hope everybody has a really lovely weekend. Enjoy. Hope you get some time in your craft room, and I will see you again on Monday as everything crashes around me.